Hello, hello. It is Thursday, August 21. It is 7:33 a.m. Central Time. And so just going to do a quick review of pre-market as we go into this whole Jackson Hole day with the Fed. And so we had the jobless claims. So if you kind of look here, we got some PMI flash coming a little bit after the open, so that's something to bear in mind in that first 15 minutes. So it may not be good to enter into any trades unless something is super obvious, and obviously you want to be in and out pretty quickly before that hits. We got the continuous jobless claims that came in higher than forecast and previous, and also jobless claims. Initial jobless claims came in higher than forecast and higher than previous, so that's not ideal. Um, doesn't look like a good look. If we look at the daily, we have, yesterday we had the big down candle closed at this key level, which is interesting. Also closed higher than 50% of that full body of the candle, which is just an interesting little marker. Um, I was going to put a fib, but it's fine. So it's more that it closed a little bit higher than the mid of this candle. And so that's a little bit more, I mean, it's a bearish candle, but it's a little bit more bullish for me, right? Like buyers stepped in, kind of pushed you all the way back up. And so that happened, kind of missed that ride back up, but hey, it is what it is. And so now we're kind of closed at this key level. We opened again, pushed higher, couldn't get past that midpoint. Well, no, pushed higher, couldn't really get back to this key level. And now we're kind of a little bit lower today, with that news and everything. I know with the speeches and stuff happening today on the Fed side. So just kind of keep an eye on all that. I think, yeah, we got the symposium. Oh, Powell's speech is on Friday. So, but I think this whole symposium thing is happening. So who knows? There could be some tweets and news that come out of it. So, just got to kind of um, be aware that this is happening and not get too caught in any direction. Price is saying down, and the fact that we did push up and close with a nice strong bullish wick, even though it's kind of bearish price action on the daily. Pre-market, we are kind of falling back over. So, again, I think these two between these key levels are in play for me. This 23320 and this 23120 ish. So this little range here, a little pocket, we'll definitely be looking for trades. I think I will mark this kind of pre-market low to see if that is something that remains interesting for today and tomorrow. But yeah, I mean, prices, near term prices bearish. So, push back up into the key level. That's where we close. And then we kind of couldn't really, we can't stay above it till the morning. Or we're kind of falling over. Seems like an interesting level to watch if we go and retest that. Obviously, if you get back down here, another interesting level. So let's just see what price looks like there. On the hourly, it's looking a little bit, bearish to me. Push back up. If we get back up to here, where we're kind of broke down for the day, and then we can't reclaim, we fall back over. I think that's possible. I would really be watching if the low of this 1 hour candle at the regular what is it regular trading hours, if we break the low of that and we kind of stay under this key level, I feel like a short is in play. I mean, we're if we like prices right here on the pre-market, and if we can't get above this, it'd be a nice little gap situation. And then so if we push back up, kind of roll back over, break the low of this, I think that would be quite interesting. um yeah, it looks like it's kind of happening. So I would look for a push back up into this key level and maybe roll back over into this key level and kind of call it. If we get a strong push for whatever reason and kind of break above here, I'm sorry, we probably retest this breakdown and kind of go up. But I feel like down is probably the way to go until we get all the speeches and stuff. And given that I guess the keynote is tomorrow. Maybe today is actually that drift day that that I thought yesterday would be. And so we'll see. Again, we got that some of the PMI stuff at 8:45 Central, so we'll just see how that shakes out. We'll not be in a trade for that. Um, and so that's what things are kind of looking like for me. So if I look at the 1 minute, yeah, so we push back up. So this kind of high, not the high of day, but the kind of power hour high has held a lot. So that is interesting. It was 1, 2, 3, and we've kind of fallen over. So I mean, if we can really reclaim this, if we can somehow push back up and get above this previous 4 hour high and all this, I'm going to draw this. I think there's a push up. Like it's 1, 2, 3. Like they tried, um, and now we've made, I guess, a new pre-market low. And so if we can keep going, reclaim this key level, and really push back past this, maybe not today, maybe tomorrow, but I think that's super bullish. If we can reclaim it and stay above it, uh, you know, I feel like getting to here in this little pocket, I would watch for shorts to see if we show weakness and like we can't keep the momentum. Definitely would take the short there. I mean, longs, I think are in play. Longs could be in play around here, this interesting level, but I would have to see price base, and then I wouldn't even look to long until the 8:45 PMI flash news is done, and then we go up. If we start drifting and we close below this and we're just showing weakness, I will ride it back down in this direction. I don't know if I'll ride it all the way down to this key level, but we'll see. Yeah, I'm definitely more short bias, more on the drift side of things. My Yeah, I guess I'm anticipating maybe slower price action a little bit. Um, but we'll see. I mean, like nobody can predict the future. I'm just trying to prepare myself for all situations here. But yeah, it's interesting that we failed here 1, 2, 3 times. So I'm definitely watching this 2, 3, 360 level. Obviously, this key level that we marked at the beginning of the week. This interesting key level, this 2315. Um, Previous day midpoint. So that's a good reference. If we can't really reclaim that, we're staying below that. Could go lower. Previous 4 hour low there. We'll see what that looks like at the open. So yeah, I mean, I'm looking for shorts, but I am open to longs, but I wouldn't be open to longs until like after the PMI flash news. But yeah, I think given there's the speech tomorrow, the keynote and everything, yeah, I feel like maybe there's more of a chance to drift lower. I mean, it really depends on this PMI thing, existing home sales and all that. So this is just need to keep an eye on all this. So it may not be too much range in the beginning, like in the first 30 minutes, and then we let all that news and all those reports shake out, and then it's whatever people think or Powell's going to talk about. But I think just given price is down, look on the 1 hour, price is down. We're kind of pushing back up. Just watching price alone, pushing back up, we're going to have a small gap down. Maybe we try to push back up and close that gap and roll back over and just kind of stay in this pocket. That's what I am preparing for. I Yeah, not really open to longs. Maybe after 9 Central Time, but I think shorts is the way to go. But I would like to short as we push up as opposed to shorting on the lows. But if price does continue to look weak, I mean, looking at this 1 hour now, like there is still this gap to close right here. So I guess I should kind of mark that. So this is a regular trading hours gap. I mean, that is very much a thing that could be in play. And so maybe we want that. Not sure. Now that I'm seeing that does seem kind of juicy. So yeah, let's see. I think down is the way that I'm looking for. But again, I'm open to longs. It just has to happen after 9 Central, after all the news shakes out and stuff. And if we base and we show strength, and if we can reclaim that level that I marked pre-market where we tested a few times above here, like I think, it makes sense. There could be some stronger long continuation. I think if we're in this pocket, I'm just going to wait for us to drift and get to these levels and see if weakness shows up, roll back over. Um, I guess craziness would be to close that gap on the hourly that we saw. We'll see. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the morning. Again, just kind of see how things shake out with the news. But yeah, a little bit more short bias today, but open to both sides as usual. All right, that's it for me. Oh, I guess really quickly, we probably should look at dark pool levels. I forgot to do that. I was looking at it earlier or last night, but let's look this morning. I think if we look at yesterday to today, yeah. So I saw this 569, which is above where current price is. So this 569, I was like half of it. 569, 565, 567. So let's actually plot that really quick. 569. Let's open up this indicator. We'll short the 569. 569.18. Yeah, we'll call it 569. We'll just call it 569 and then we'll show it. So 569 is here. So there was, hundreds of millions transacted in the last day or so. Oh, almost $1 billion. I mean, we'll call it a billion in that range, 567 to 569, 565, 567. I mean, it's a big pocket though. Um, Here we go. Did I accidentally? Let me unlock it. I copied that. All right, so we're gonna put you here. So yeah, I guess yesterday, a lot of dark pools transacted here, and we flushed even further. It is what it is. And so we'll be just watching that on a retest up. See if I can unlock this and make it. I'll leave it there like that, as long as it shows. So I mean, but that's really far up at this point. I don't see any other. I mean, I see some other ones at this 565 level, which see, I can only show four at a time. But let me just see where 565 lands us really quick. So 565 lands us here. All right, so let's copy that. So not a lot of 565. So there's some more dark pools there. So that's interesting. Not too much though, right? Like 565, only 35%. So like in this range, there's a lot of transactions. So this was all yesterday as well. And so I wonder, because we closed higher than that, I wonder if these were buyers, but now that maybe they're just adding into it from their bigger position up here, adding to their winners because we are falling below it. So I will watch this level here, this 23284, see how price reacts there. It's not as far as the key level that we marked at the beginning of the week. Yeah, it's right here. So I will look to see if price can push back up. Yeah, we'll see if price can push back up to here. It seems interesting. This little pocket of weakness shows up between this 23280 and 323. Look in the shorts there. If we can push above this level super crazy, then I think the longs are fighting back. Um, Obvious targets, long targets for me is this 23,120, but super crazy target would be to close that gap on the 1 hour that we saw at this 22,950. We'll see. But yeah, definitely seeing if price can get here and see how we react in this little pocket. Okay, that's it for me. Good luck out there, and I will be back at my end of trade review.